So everybody's probably wondering, where'd she go? Here she is. Who's that? I thought you were doing this all by yourself. This is Kelly.
Yep.
Kelly is Denise's daughter. Kelly is my niece. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a sister of Linda, who's my goddaughter. Why am I telling you all this? Well, Kelly decided to come with me for the first 2.5 miles.
I'm very dedicated.
So thank you very much, Kelly.
You're welcome. Ready?
All right, well, you know,
Yeah.
this is it, huh?
Uh-huh, yeah. I've done 2 hours, no, 2 miles.
2 hours, 2 miles, you know.
2 miles.
Who's counting, right?
Yeah. So Linda and Mom, it's your turn at the other end. Oh, this side. Good luck, don't die.
See you later.
Love you.
Love you, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Here's something interesting. For those of you who are familiar with Whiting Ranch in Orange County, and if you're familiar with driving along El Toro Road from the I-5 going inland, and then at Cook's Corner it becomes Santiago Canyon Road. Well, here's the top part of the road, and you probably didn't know this. Everything on that side of the road, which is the freeway side of the road when you're going west, that's all the drainage that goes into Aliso Creek, and then eventually follows the creek and goes down to Laguna Beach. Everything on this side of the road is draining into Santiago Creek, which goes north up that way and eventually cuts into Santa Ana River and then drains out to the out to Huntington Beach. I've always thought that interesting. What do you think? This is the 6th roadside memorial that I've passed in about 4 miles. 3 miles maybe. You know, you always wonder when you drive by these what the person was like, how their life was, maybe how it ended. And I guess it reminds us all to maybe slow down out there and pray for one another. Hey, once again, thanks Father Gregory and all the Norbertine fathers there at St. Michael's Abbey. Got a great place to stay tonight. Look at this. A nice little room with a view. And actually, check out, well, I guess you can't really see it, can you? Nice view that way. And nice view out that way. And then also a real nice view of the new Abbey that they're building right there. And speaking of the Abbey, check out stmichaelsabbey.com if you ever want to come up here and visit, or visit the existing Abbey just a few miles down the road. And I know they'd appreciate your prayers, and of course, if you want to throw them a few bucks too, I'm sure they'd appreciate that. That's going to be a great looking church. So, thanks again. For those of you in Southern California, or specifically Orange County, you wouldn't know that this is just smack dab right in the middle of all suburbia. Silverado Canyon, Silverado Creek. If you ever have a chance to get out here, come on out, it's pretty good. And then when you're at it, you can go down the road and eat at the Silverado Cafe. Here's something you don't see every day, let alone every week, right? Black-Eyed Mary's Saloon. Showgirls. Silverado Canyon. Oh boy, my first gate crossing. Authorized vehicles only. Well, I'm not a vehicle, I can go through it, right? Let's see if we can get through here. Alright, we made it. We're in the forest. The Cleveland National Forest. Oh boy, that was my first creek crossing. Alright! From down there to up here in less than a mile. That's a little steep, but I did it. You ought to go to the gym and start working out before you leave, they said. I said, I don't know. You ought to start taking long walks before you leave, they said. I said, yeah, maybe I will. Well, I didn't. I guess my mind was saying I didn't want to peak too early. I get in shape as I go. Oh boy. I remember in my old Boy Scout days, we'd ask the Scoutmaster on a hike, "How much farther is it, Mr. Harris?" And he'd say, "Oh boys, just right around the corner there." Of course, he failed to mention that's around the corner, down the gully, up the mountain, around the other bend. 3 hours later, we finally made it. Looks like these clouds are coming in for me tonight. Well, let's see who wins the battle, huh? I've got a treat for you coming up here. Look at this. I've crossed over the spine of the mountain from Orange County, and now we're looking down into the Inland Empire and Corona, right there where you see all those houses. I don't know if you can see it. And then Lake Matthews, is that Lake Matthews? Yep. And then beyond that, Lake Paris, where I'll be. And then over there to San Gorgonia Mountain with all the snow, which I may or may not get over, otherwise I'll just have to cross around it. What a beautiful sight and a pleasant night, a pleasantly cold night, with a room for a view. A nice place to camp. But wait, Plan B is coming into effect. More later. What a nice night for a hike. Up there on the mountain, I told you about Plan B, right? Oops, somebody forgot their tent stakes. I'd stay up there under the stars tonight, but there's a good chance of, well, 50% chance of rain, so I didn't want to chance it. So I'm doing my day tomorrow, 7.7 miles. I'm doing it tonight. Get off the mountain and down to the hotel where I can tomorrow go get some tent stakes. Fun stuff. Well, that's life, right? Plan B, live in the moment. Well, hi there. Say a quick update. I just spent the last couple nights in a hotel over there in Corona after the oops, don't tell anybody, after the tent stake fiasco. And so now this next section I've got is about a 40-mile road walk over to Calamasa by way of Lake Paris, where I'm supposed to be tonight. But let's see, I'll show you where that is right there. There's Lake Paris right there. But actually I got a text from a friend, Greg. He's the guy that helped me bury the water out in the desert. So he offered to heat me his couch tonight so I don't have to spend the night in the rain. Thanks, Greg. And then the next day, tomorrow, I'll head on out to Calamasa over that way. And then check the weather and the mountain conditions. Depending upon what's going on in the mountains, you can't really see them right now. They're still covered in snow and ice, and they've had a few avalanches. I may either keep my original route going up and over San Gorgonio right there, or I'll take a route around the bottom of the mountain through Banning, Beaumont, and actually catch the Pacific Crest Trail right down there as it comes across down from San Jacinto and then up to Whitewater. And then I'll catch that a little bit and then go down into Desert Hot Springs and then out to the desert and catch my original route. All right, so 40 miles of road walking. It's really noisy, a lot of cars, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? And say hello to whoever that is right there. Well, I'm walking down the road yesterday afternoon, minding my own business near Lake Paris, when who shows up?
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, that's Greg. Greg is the one that helped me to bury food and water out in the desert. I'll tell you about all that coming up. But we went and had dinner, and also we saw Wendy Deaton, who I hadn't seen for 25 years.
That's Wendy with an E.
Wendy with an E. So, Greg, thank you very much. And Wendy, it was nice seeing you after 25 years. And let's do it again sometime. Maybe later than 25 years. Oh, wait a minute. I said Wendy Deaton. That's Wendy Ashley.
Hey.
Yeah. Greg and I are going out to the soup shop this morning for breakfast, and then off I go again. Hello, friends. How are you all doing there?